that's a bit different. Now, Andrew Robb made a bit of a run for something, whether it was the deputy leadership or the shadow treasurer position, we're not so sure, but it was Christopher Pyne made his views fairly clear on Lateline. Here he is.
I've said today very clearly that I strongly support Julia Bishop remaining as deputy and Tony Abbott as leader. We've had a good team and we need to continue with that team.
Something along the lines of what on earth were you thinking of, Andrew Robb? Is that the sort of thing you would have said?
Well, they're your words, not mine, Tony, but I think they're probably pretty close to the middle of the target.
But in the end, who was responsible for the big black hole? Was it Andrew Robb, Joe Hockey?
Well, if there was a big black hole, I mean, this can be argued, and there are a lot of Treasury assumptions in that, and there are a lot of errors that Treasury itself has made. And if you're looking at black holes, I'd like to see some costing for national broadband. We haven't seen that.
OK, but nevertheless, do you think they won the economic argument? And if they didn't?
No, they didn't. They didn't. But I think to answer the question which Christopher Pyne didn't quite answer is what Andrew Robb was thinking of was Treasury.
Yes, absolutely. OK, now let's look at the old guard and the new guard on the coalition side. The old guard, of course, Wilson Tuckey lost his seat to West Australian National Tony Crook. During the week he had a few words, not by any means the last word, but a few words about Tony Crook.
He is a nobody. I await for his vision of his maiden speech, when I think he believes the entire Parliament will turn up to listen to him, when he'll be lucky to have others there than his relatives. I want to point out to you, I'm not retiring from politics per se. I want to be around the place. I might even start a blog.
The new age guy. Well, he can join a long queue of former politicians who still have a lot to say.
I think he's still speaking somewhere in West Australia.
It's going to be a verbal blog.
And the new guard, of course, represented by Wyatt Roy, who's struggling to come to terms with a status in one respect in his dealings with parliamentary staff.
I'd much rather them call me Wyatt, but I was saying, I was talking to some of the parliamentary staff today about it, and I said, oh no, call me Wyatt, and they have to call you Mr. Roy. And I said, well, in the military you salute the rank, and I suppose here it is about the position, not the person.
Peter Costello said on election night you'd be leader by 2035.
Yes, but I didn't challenge today.
Dennis, as a Queenslander, will he have trouble holding on to Longman?
Well, it's up to him. I mean, it won't be easy. It is a seat that swings, and it's gone backwards and forwards, and it swings big. It swung big this time. It swung big when
Mal Brough lost it.
Yeah, when Mal Brough lost it. So he will have his work cut out for him. In a sense, he got it as a gift because of John Sullivan, the Labor member's stupidity in the last few days.